Good morning, YouTube. I've been getting a lot of questions about doing just a regular lineup. A lot of girls are doing retwists on guys, and they end up having to go to a shop to get lineups from barbers. So I'm just doing a quick tutorial on how to, line the guy up after he's got some hair hanging out after the retwist. So right now, I got the one guard on and I'm just knocking down that excess hair on the lineup. And I'm actually gonna go through the whole face and, knock down all the excess hair around the face, around the back, the mustache. And right now I'm using my magic clips with the one guard, like I said. So it's very simple. Like, it seems like not a lot going on here, but it actually is. Right now I have taken the guard off because the mustache sometimes doesn't come down as far as you would like it to with just a guard. And you want that mustache to be real clean. You don't want it fuzzy, when you're lining it up. So now I'm going with my Babyliss Pros, and these aren't the regular blades that come with it. These are actually the all metal blades. I'm 100% sure that they hit harder than the ones with the black moving blade. So I started up lining up his neck and then just cleaning it up. Now I'm going around the lip area, which you got to be careful. Those lips can be very sensitive. You'll cut a mofo lips, man, if you got your clippers set real tight. And I set my clippers real tight, real sharp. People are like, oh man, why are these clippers sharp, man? These clippers sharp. But see, I don't have to make 17 passes when I'm lining some guys up. I make 1, 2, 3 passes tops, and you ready to go. And this particular client, he's been coming to me for a while, so I know the kind of the makeup of what he needs done. But he actually can't use the razor, where normally I would only do 1 pass and then clean up with the razor. He actually bumps up from the razor, and you'll find, some guys do bump up from the razor. So right now I'm just putting that line in on top of his beard, making sure it's clean, doing this the most I can to make sure that it is super clean and straight. Because it is what it is, when you are lining up, you already got the crispy twist, you want your lineup to be just as crispy as your twist. You know what I mean? So that's why guys normally end up going from the salon to the barbershop immediately or setting that up, same day, because they don't even want to go nowhere. Even though they got the crispy twist, they ain't even trying to go nowhere without the lineup. So you see, I'm getting a couple different angles in on this lineup. Sometimes you got to go from the front, sometimes you got to go from the top, and that just helps you get to where you need to get to make sure you get that lineup real crispy. Now I'm going over the ear. It's like I say, all over the ear is a sensitive spot too. You got to be careful when you got, the sharp clippers, when you got your clippers set real tight, not to actually touch on somebody, ear stuff back there, because it's that the back of the ear is very sensitive. You'll open a guy right on up. That little fatty tissue right there is real sensitive. So you see that right there, you see I got that other side already cleaned up, ready to go. So now we go on to side 2. So watch my hand placement sometime. Like, I know a lot of times, girls, guys, we all sometimes have issues with our hands maybe being a little shaky. So a lot of times, or even your client, they may be a little shaky. So you have to go and, a lot of times hold a guy or girl head in place when you're lining them up. You don't really want to have to freehand it. Like I say, this is, my longtime client, so I can freehand a lot of what he's doing. But sometimes, I hold the ear, I hold his head, push his head back, and to get it into the exact perfect position for me as a barber. I'm trying to be where I can make sure that his mustache is even, make sure that his beard is even, that all the lines are matching up. And sometimes you have to do that. Take a step back from the lineup to be able to see, all the angles, because that's important. When you lining the guy up, sometimes you may come into a situation where you're like, man, for some reason, it just don't look even. Now, every now and again, you might get a guy just got a crooked head. Ain't a whole lot you can do, you know what I mean? But for me, even if a guy's got a crooked head, I'm trying to make his lineup straight. So I'm trying to fix what the doctor did. You know, when he's pulling them forceps out, you know what I mean, making your head crooked. I'm coming through in the barbershop, straightening that thing on up. Facts. So right now, I'm just going across that top, just like I did on the other side, taking my time, making sure that lineup is crispy. And like I say, you know, when your trimmers are set close, you don't really have to do a whole bunch of passes. 1, 2, 3 passes should get you tight. But like I say, my guy TP, he can't really take the razor. He'll bump up from that. So you never want a client getting bumps. You don't want to sacrifice a client, you know, just being clean to actually getting razor bumps or anything like that. It's just not a good, you know, sacrifice. So right now I'm doing the same thing, just cleaning up his area. It's kind of repetitive from the other side, but I left this in the video so you can kind of see and tell, you know, how both sides are matching up. And like I said, you see how I'm holding his head with my hand? You know, I'm just making sure that he's in the position that I need him to be in. I don't want him to move while I'm doing this, because if he moves, that's gonna mess up this whole process, and then I'm gonna be upset, because I'm trying to get this dude ready for the front of the church, front row. But right now I'm just going through, you know, just hitting it where I can, making sure it's crispy. And again, you know, I'm combing it out, you know, which is a major thing. You know, you definitely don't want to be knocking down hairs that's not combed out, because if it's not combed out fully, you will end up, you know, probably cutting something that you shouldn't. Then the line will be crooked, and, you know, that ain't what you want. Or you may end up cutting more hair than you actually meant to cut, because it's kind of drawed in, you know what I mean? So you don't want it to be drawed in, you want it to be combed out. And like I say, same situation, a little bit repetitive. I'm going across that ear, you know, where you definitely want to be careful, you know, when your clippers are sharp, going across that little fatty tissue behind the ear. So right now we finishing up, just making sure that mustache, like I say, is matching up. Both sides got to match up. It's a big thing. So you see that little move right there while I move his head, you know, that'll definitely help you to make sure that, you know, that mustache on top is matching up, across that lip is matching up, and it's gonna get you good. But all right, YouTube, you know what I mean, everything is good. You know, we're gonna go ahead and get to the next video. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you wanna make more videos like this. Good looking, thanks.